Hey guys, what's going on? FF2 here today. Today we're going to be doing bowl predictions and playoff predictions. Got these in order of what bowl games they are. Got all the bowl games together. This is coming out probably after either this game or this game right here. So I'm still gonna give my predictions. So start off with the first two teams. We got Western Michigan and South Alabama. I forgot what bowl they're playing in, but I saw they are playing in a bowl. I didn't get everybody's exact bowl name, but I do know. The only bowl I do know is Alabama and Michigan playing the Relic Quest Bowl. You'll see my prediction on that way later on. I expect South Alabama to win this. They're a more successful program than Western Michigan. So give me South Alabama for that. Obviously, Western Michigan's pretty good, but they're not elite. Up next, West Virginia and Memphis. West Virginia, 6-6. Memphis is 10-2, but I just think the Power 5, it goes over the Group of 5. So give me Western Michigan or West Virginia for this. Okay, nothing against Western Michigan. It's just Power 5 will always beat Group of 5 in my eyes. Up next, we got Western Kentucky and James Madison. Western Kentucky last year cried about getting in a bowl and lost to Air Force. Bad. Western Kentucky, they've had, I don't know nothing about neither of their seasons. Nobody walked away with a conference championship, but I just got a feeling like Western Kentucky should win this one. Give me Western Kentucky for that. Next, we got UNLV at Cal. Now, I know what I said about Memphis and West Virginia Power 5, Group of 5, but I think Power 5 is going to overhaul Group of 5 here. Give me UNLV to win that game. A lot of these bowls I'll be speed running, not talking about. I'm doing my playoffs as well. In this, up next, I forgot how these two teams, it was like this. Hold on. Up next is Georgia Southern, Sam Houston. Sam Houston, they were bad. Second year, and they're already in a bowl game. Georgia Southern, they're pretty much used to this. I think experience is going to beat. It's going to come down to experience, and Georgia Southern's been here before. Give me Southern for that one. Up next, we got Ohio at Jacksonville. We got Ohio, Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State won the conference championship. Good for them. Ohio got destroyed. Or I think it was them. I got to relook at it. I think it was. Who was it? They played Miami of Ohio. Yeah, they did. Okay. Miami of Ohio destroyed them. Or no, Ohio destroyed Miami of Ohio. I'm sorry. Both these teams coming off conference championships. But I think Jacksonville State's not ready yet. Experience. It's going to win again. Give me Ohio. That one. Up next, these two teams. You got Florida and Tulane. First SEC team to play. Florida, really great, really strong into the year. And Tulane, on the other hand, really sour into the year. Had a chance at a college football playoff spot, lost. But then lost to Memphis, got unranked, and then got blown out by Army. The Army football team blew out Tulane, yes, in the conference championship. They've made 3 conference championships, hosted 2, but only have won once. With that said, give me Florida here. SEC's way too powerful in my eyes. Next, we got Coastal Carolina and UTSA. UTSA has been rather disappointing this year. I think this is their first year in the AAC. Disappointing. Coastal Carolina just doing their thing in the Sun Belt, being mid and quiet, but I think Coastal Carolina should win this game. Give me Coastal Carolina. Up next, Northern Illinois and Fresno State. A couple of dogs battle here. Northern Illinois. Everybody still knows them for beating Notre Dame. Fresno State, again, they just been quiet. But ever since Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame, they've been okay. They've been mid. They haven't been that good. I haven't heard much from them. I've heard they're mid in their own conference. With that being said, though, give me Fresno State to win this game. Up next, USF, San Jose State. Sorry about the USF cranking logo. But San Jose State, USF. San Jose State about beat Boise State. A lot of teams in the Mountain West, I feel like, could say that this year. They didn't do it. And USF, I don't know what they've done all season, but they're in a bowl game. With that being said, though, give me San Jose State to win that one. Next, we got Pitt taking on Toledo, a MAC school taking on Power 5 school. I think Toledo almost beat Illinois, who is ranked this season. So, that said, Pitt's unranked. I'm going to take an upset. We're going to go with Toledo here. Thinking about Pitt, but I think Toledo will get it done. Next, not going to talk about this one long. Kansas State taking on Rutgers. Give me Kansas State by 20. Yes, Kansas State's going to destroy, wallow over, and just make Rutgers look like a D3 school. I don't see how Rutgers competes. Next, we got Arkansas State and Bowling Green. Bowling Green. Arkansas State, I don't know what they've done. I haven't heard really anything from them. I saw Bowling Green almost beat Penn State this year. That was shocking. That being said, give me Bowling Green. At Penn State, by the way. Next, Oklahoma Navy. Navy looks pretty good this year. Oklahoma looks pretty bad, but Oklahoma is a stronger school. Give me Homa. Up next, this is a rivalry game. This next game is a rivalry game. Not a lot of people know of. Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt beat Alabama. That's the highlight of their season, and that's what their season's going to be forever be. As for Georgia Tech, they beat Miami, but almost beat Georgia in Georgia. Almost. First game since that loss. I think Georgia Tech looks like the better team than Vanderbilt since then. Give me Tech over Vandy. Up next, Arkansas taking on Texas Tech. Arkansas. They're in the SEC. Texas Tech has been better. I feel like Texas Tech will win this game. They've played hard in their conference this year. Arkansas is just another one of those teams. Actually lost to the Big 12 this year. With that being said, give me Texas Tech to beat Arkansas. Up next, we got Syracuse and Washington State. Washington State had a sorry end to the year. As for Syracuse, they've had a pretty good year. Kyle McCord's looked better than he did at Ohio State. With that being said, give me Syracuse. Washington State is going to have a horrible end of the year. Well, Syracuse, it's not. Our next game, it's the Las Vegas Bowl. I do know this bowl. Got USC hosting Texas A&M. I'd say hosting because USC played in Las Vegas. Not a lot of people what happened. Remember the last time they played in Vegas. Not a lot of people remember what happened the last time they played in Vegas. Memories. But anyways, that's besides the point. I just don't see how USC doesn't have a defense. Give me Texas A&M. USC they're not good at playing defense. Lincoln Riley just needs to be an offensive coordinator. He can play offense. Just don't give him any defense. Up next, though, we're going to get this one out the way. UNC by 30. They play UConn in football. This is a football game, not a basketball game. Next, this should be a fun game. Nebraska taking on Boston College. Boston College, I don't know what the highlight of their season is this season. I don't really know. I guess beating Florida State. Nebraska looked good for about 3 weeks, and they got that one kid who acts like Patrick Mahomes in the backfield. I expect mini Mahomes to win this game over Boston College. However, up next, got Louisiana and TCU. TCU should win this game by a dominant amount. They made the playoffs 2 years ago, so I don't see what would change. Got a ranked versus ranked matchup. I will tell you this game will be high. This game will be high scoring because both these teams. The matchup you're going to want to watch for in this game is Miami's defense and Iowa State's offense. We know Miami's offense will light up Iowa State's defense, but Iowa State, if they can get something going on offense against Miami's defense, you might see something kind of crazy. Give me Miami. Colorado State takes on Miami of Ohio. Colorado State is not that good in my eyes. I think Miami of Ohio, they're not good either. Give me Miami of Ohio, though, because Colorado's, it's just because Miami of Ohio went further than Colorado State. That's why. Next, you got an in-state rivalry, not the last. You got North Carolina, you got NC State taking on East Carolina. This is, again, Power 5 versus Group of 5. Give me NC State for that one. Up next, you got what could have been the Big 12 championship, BYU and Colorado. I don't know if Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders are going to play for Colorado, but even then, I think Colorado will win this game. Sorry, BYU fans. Just when you thought you had the Big 12 under control, it was going to be you in Colorado. Kansas came in and ruined that for you. Disclaimer, I don't have Army's logo, so we're just going to show this one. It's Army, Louisiana Tech. I expect Army to run through Louisiana Tech, destroy them. Give me Army. Up next, you got Iowa and Missouri. Now, both of these teams are not good at all. They're not. They're really not good. Missouri, they've played 3 real good teams. Lost by 4, and then they got blown out in 2 out of their 3 losses. So, to give you a take on what Missouri is. That's for Iowa. They'll play defense. I think Missouri will win this game like 13-0 or something. Give me Missouri. Don't expect Iowa State to do anything crazy. Up next, possibly the biggest, and not the best matchup, but one of the best matchups. One of the worst matchups somebody could have got. It's Michigan and Alabama rematch. Last year, this would have been a movie. Everybody would have predicted this to be a movie. This year, this is just nothing. This is nothing. I expect Alabama to destroy Michigan, by the way. Alabama's going to win this game pretty easily. It's one of those games where Alabama's really got nothing to play for. So they're just going to destroy Michigan for no reason, just to get revenge on last year. Next, Louisville and Washington. Louisville and Washington. I'm just going to take Washington here because Louisville has not been that good. Washington hasn't been that good either, but Louisville just hasn't been that good. Up next, this is ranked versus ranked again. South Carolina, Illinois. I expect South Carolina to easily win this game. They didn't make the playoff. They're obviously going to be mad. Give me that. And next, getting very close to the end here before we get to my playoff bracket. We got LSU taking on Baylor. Baylor, you have a chance, but I don't think you're going to do it. LSU should beat Baylor pretty easily here. Give me that. Up next, Duke and Ole Miss. Duke, pretty surprising season. Lost their coach, lost their quarterback. Yet they're doing better. They're doing better. It's good to see them. However, Ole Miss is the worst team, one of the worst teams they could have got matched up against. With that being said, give me Ole Miss. Up next, we got in-state rivalry, North Texas, Texas State. Texas State, I don't hear about Texas State at all. North Texas, I hear they do some good things every now and then, but I think North Texas is going to win this just because of their conference strength. Next, we got Minnesota, Virginia Tech. Minnesota, they put up fight against Michigan. They put up fights against teams. Virginia Tech had that game against Clemson where Clemson looked like they could have lost. They didn't, however, but with that being said, give me Virginia Tech to win this game. And our last bowl game is Buffalo taking on Liberty. Buffalo. Not really much you can say about Buffalo. No real impact. Liberty has that loss against State. That was pretty bad. But with that being said, I still think Liberty will win this game. They're just better. Let's get to the playoff bracket. Before we get to the playoff bracket, these are the teams who I think will win their bowl this year. Yeah, these are the teams I think that will win their bowl next year. Hopefully they do. If they do, great. If they don't, it's okay. Now let's go ahead and get to the bracket. Obviously, these are your 4 teams who will get a bye in the first round. All right, here's the bracket. Here's my playoff predictions. Let's go ahead and do this. Start off, we're going to go top to bottom. 5v12, Clemson, Texas. Clemson, they don't really have a lot going. They're 0-2 against the SEC. They lost to Louisville. I just don't see how they win this game. With that being said, give me Texas. We're going to skip this one. We'll come to that one last. Up next, Penn State, SMU. I expect this to be a close game. SMU getting in over Bama. Probably got some Bama fans mad, but to be honest, I don't care. And with that being said, I will gladly take I'll still take Penn State to win this game. Next, Indiana, Notre Dame. Indiana's good, but they're not ready to compete and beat Notre Dame like you think they will, so give me Notre Dame. And now we'll do the last game. Tennessee, Ohio State. This is already feeling like a rivalry game because Tennessee fans have bought out. For those of you who don't know, there's more Tennessee fans that will be in attendance in Ohio State Stadium than Ohio State fans. Already feels like a rivalry game. I don't expect any game outside of Texas and Notre Dame. Texas and Clemson, or not Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame and Indiana to be a blowout. But with that being said, this is going to be a close game. I'm going to give you some score predictions. I see 28-10. It's not going to be like 31-13 Texas. Give me 35-7 Notre Dame. And then give me 23-19 Penn State. For this one, this is going to be a high-scoring game, but I think Ryan Day is going to have a big coaching decision that loses him the game. That being said, give me Tennessee 30-29. All right, let's get to round 2. All right, round 2 matchups have begun, so we've entered the 4 teams who got to sit out. Let's go ahead and start up here. Texas, Arizona State. Arizona State is not a bad team at all. Not bad. But they're most certainly not ready to beat Texas. With that being said, give me Texas. Tennessee, Oregon. Now, SEC is a different kind of football, but Oregon this year, they've just been on it, man. They haven't missed. And Tennessee, I think this is where your season ends. You had a good season, made the playoff. Good job. That's where I think your season ends. Up next, Boise State, Penn State. I think Boise State, they're good. They only lost by 3 points to Oregon, but I don't know why, but my brain's telling me go for Penn State because I just haven't seen I've seen Boise State against Oregon. They look good, but I haven't seen much else. And lastly, we got Notre Dame and Georgia. Now, Notre Dame, they haven't really played anybody. They're going to play Indiana. I still don't consider that anybody. Georgia will play with our backup quarterback, but if he plays how he did on that first drive, I think he will, because he looked like he was ready, and he looked pretty good. I think he will continue to play like that. He just has to get a 4 reps in and practice, I'm pretty sure. But with that being said, give me my team Georgia to win this. All right, let's go to round 3. All right, your final 4 is set. Oregon, Texas, Penn State, Georgia. Oregon, I think Oregon is going to beat Texas. Oregon, again, they've just been on it this season. And, man, this is just feels like a different Oregon team. I've never really seen play like this before. And the next team I got is in Penn State. Again, Penn State, we've seen them play a real team. They haven't played a real team. We saw what they did against Oregon. Looked really good, surprisingly. But we saw what they did against Ohio State. Only got 6 offensive points. Thing is, Ohio State just has an elite defense and offense for them. With that being said, though, I just see us beating Penn State, and now it comes down to the national championship. Oregon, Georgia. The last time we were at Atlanta, oh boy, it was ugly. It's bad. The last time we played a national championship in Atlanta. I hate those memories really bad. With that being said, though, I think I should... Oregon, you have a chance to win the national championship against my team, Georgia. With that being said, I feel like Oregon's offense is going to be too much. Give me Oregon for your national champion. I think Oregon will be the national champions this year in the playoffs. And that's going to do it for this video. That's my predictions. Tell me below what you guys think. Who do you guys think is going to win it all? These are the teams who made bowls. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Goodbye.